take it back, take it back, take it back, take it back, slide, 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 you finna go live, slide, you finna go live, slide, you finna go live, slide, I like you got some skate, skates on, skates on, skate, I like you got on some 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 skate, start for the jet, let's go, pull off with you, slide ding, ride ding, there ding, moving with you, drop it with you, time about the green light, let's go.
Here we go, Kane Nation. Talk to me. I see everybody in the building. Let me know everything looks good, sounds good. I see all the people up in here. IMAX in the building. It's great to be a Miami Hurricane. As always, this is Kane's Talk Live. It is definitely a great day. What's up, Coach? What's up with you, man? Uh-oh. Got the producer in the building. Say, oh, Mario, it's on you, pimp. And we're going to talk about that. I don't know if Coach put a little clickbait in there. Let me say everything sounds good. All right, we got thumbs up from the producer, so we good. T. Hines in the building, producer in the building. I put a little clickbait, I guess, is Miami, a basketball school, try to put a little bit of pressure. But the title of today's show is Miami basketball puts pressure on Miami football to succeed. And let me start off by saying this. Big shout out to the Miami Hurricanes basketball programs, women's and men's. They are balling. They going to get it in right now. Boys are playing right now. I believe the score is 59-49. They're down by 10 against Texas. Currently playing right now. Should finish this game out by the time we finish this show. And then the ladies come on tonight at 7, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll definitely find out. But big shout out to both of those programs. They've done extremely well. And I say all that to say this. We know typically when you're in the football realm and you call a school a basketball school, let's say i.e. Duke, for example. Duke could be a great example of a basketball school that has done extremely well when it comes to, football. And we say it jokingly, like, of course, we want all our programs to succeed. I hate to have to say this, but like Florida, for example, they won a national championship in football and basketball in the same season, in the same year. I don't know any other programs that have done that. Let me know in the comment section if there are other programs that have won national championships in basketball and football, being the bigger sports. Those are the top two sports when it comes to college athletics. Of course, I know you have your softball and tennis and lacrosse and so forth, but we're talking about the two bigger sports. Excuse me, the two bigger sports in college athletics. So I say all that to say, for schools in the South, I have to break this up in a region. Schools in the South, typically football is their sport, right? Schools up north, basketball is their sport, right? When you look at teams like Michigan State, when you look at teams like Indiana, teams that have been pretty good for a very long time, northern schools, because of basketball, and I guess because of weather, is why basketball is bigger in those up north Midwest schools. And when you look at southern states, football is king. And so, and especially, this is where it really gets hard, especially when your school was literally put on the map by football, right? Of course, the Canes. 5 national championships, dominant players, NFL players all over the place, this, that, and the other, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And the time in which Coach Cristobal comes back to Miami, he is the prodigal son of the crib. And last year didn't look so great. Now, Coach L has been making some noise, so forth and so on. Big shout out, I forget the Katie, what's the head coach name at Miami? I forget her name. But again, she's been putting on some work. She got the twins to come in and so forth and so on. And they've made their first Elite 8, I believe, ever at the University of Miami. So anyway, I'm going on to say all this to say the roles have changed. And so the reason I say pressure from the basketball programs, which they will win to both teams. I'm gonna put that out there in the universe. Does it put pressure on Miami football to succeed? And I believe so, because of what Miami has been in the past and its dominance in the past. You know, I was watching yesterday the national championship, I believe in 91, I believe it was Nebraska. And I'm looking at Lamar Thomas and them boys, and I'm like, golly, they were balling, bro. Like, they balling out here, man. And you're looking at the dominance. Most people don't remember this. We talk about innovation. We were going 5 wide receivers under center. Gino Toretta is under center with 5 wide receivers. Wasn't no shotgun at the time like that, but under center, no running back behind him, 5 wide receivers, and lighting it up out there. I mean, I really enjoy watching that. So I said all that to say, with the basketball programs doing what they're doing, it puts a lot of pressure on football, especially this season, after the season we had, a 5-7 season last year, to be successful. And it's really fan base. I think it's all fan base. You know, we want all our stuff to be dominant. So I just put that out there to say that I'm currently looking now. I may be off a little bit, 64-53, down by 11 with 12 minutes left in the half. So we'll definitely see. We'll definitely check that out. Let me give some love to the Juice for the $10. I really appreciate that, man. It makes this channel grow. And as you see, when he donated, it all went right into my cane juice cup. Matter of fact, cane juice cup just a little, I think it's just a little too small in my book. Let me make my cane juice cup bigger. Therefore, it can hold more. I done jacked it all up because I got other stuff set up. But anyhow, got my cane juice cup. It's ready to rock and roll. Made it just a little bit bigger so y'all can see what's in my cup. Speaking of cane juice, there it is, baby. I'm gonna give out the recipe here soon. Definitely make it happen. But anyway, really appreciate that $10 juice. Thank you so much. Katie, my ear, yes. Thank you, IMAX. I really appreciate it. Thank you. All right. So, Gemini, what's up with you, man? He said hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's make it happen. I did not put the subscribers on because we've been staying away from the little adult foolishness that come on here, the little ads and robots that jump on. So that way it lets more people jump on in. But once that starts, I'll definitely have to put that on to keep it going. But let's go and get this thing rocking. Let's open up the lines. Let's see what people got to say as the game is going on. I know we only got 45 people in the building because they're watching the game, and I understand. I totally understand. But you could do both. So go ahead and pop on the line. I want to hear your point of view. 862-799-9956. The number is right here. Go ahead and call in. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about these Canes. You know, it is springtime. It's a little summer. I mean, it's spring ball right now. As we know, Coach Cristobal keeps a lot of things close to his vest when it comes to stuff. And just been interesting to hear some of the press conference things going on and so forth and so on. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting on someone to call in, I want to explain what money does. When people say facilities, and I had to go through this for a little bit. What money does is it attracts things. And here's what I mean. I remember I did a show. I don't know if it was the last show, the previous show, whatever it was. But somebody says, what do facilities have to do with winning? Well, Coach going to give you a little secret. When you put money into things, it attracts other things. Try not to say too much without saying too much. Now that the NIL deals have come along, maybe it's coincidental. I don't know. But we get along with a guy like a Nigel Pack and a Wong. What's his name? I don't follow basketball much, so I had to pull these things up. Isaiah Wong. I remember it was a big deal about John Ruiz and these NIL deals and so forth. Now, if I'm not mistaken, basketball made it to the Sweet 16 last year. All right. I think that was prior to NIL deals, or maybe it was. I don't know. But however, you have money, a lot of things change. A lot more things are attracted. I want y'all to understand that. So that's what I'm talking about. Go ahead and give us a call. 862-799-9956 is the phone number right here. I don't know when it's dark. 9956. That's the phone number. Call in. Let's talk about Elite Eight last year. Yes, QB. Thank you. And so hopefully they can push past this now and we'll see what the deal is. But I just want to know your thoughts. Does the success of the Miami basketball programs, men and women, put pressure on the football program to get back to greatness in a hurry? Right? We all want to get back to greatness, but does it push up the timeline a little bit in your opinion? Does it push up the timeline in your opinion? Studio One says, nah, coach, last year was NIL, and they made it. Now think, hold on. Now they on brink of Final Four. Yes, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. Let me get this piece in here. Sorry, I was over here tripping. I believe this is it right here. Okay. So yeah, no, you're 100% right. I know people want to watch the game, but golly, guys, y'all can call in. I mean, what's going on here? What's going on? Y'all scared to talk about it? Or y'all want to watch the game? You don't want to hear yourself talk right quick. Because it's getting a little nail bitey around this deal. It's getting a little nail bitey. QB said, yep, pressure is on. Put this up here right quick. I'm sorry. And I also want to know what your thoughts on the ladies basketball program. We got a call and give me 1 second. 7537. All right. 7537 coming to you live. Talk to us. What's your thoughts? Does it put unwanted pressure on the Miami Hurricane football program by the success of the basketball program and ups their timeline?
I'll say yes because if with them being known for football,
Mm-hmm.
but now being overwhelmed by basketball, it's gonna it's it's really gonna make them look almost inferior when it comes to the football
Mm-hmm.
side. But the donors will still donate more
Mm-hmm.
as long as they have some type of winning program. If that makes sense, what I just said.
No, it does. But I was just thinking maybe from the fan base more than the administrative donors, boosters, but from the fan base, like, because the old slap in the face is, y'all a basketball school now, especially being in the South. That's why I'm saying that. It's like, and it's Gemini, right?
Yes,
All right. So Gemini,
you already know.
you being from Louisiana, right? And I know you're a Kane
Hmm.
fan, but you being that's like somebody saying, "Oh, LSU a basketball school now." It sting a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like it sting a little bit.
But LSU, but if now if you're using that as a metaphor, actually LSU was really known for basketball because of Pistol Pete and with
Good
that
call.
historical message that he left
Okay.
and legacy. So football took over, but they was really known for basketball.
Okay. And football took over. So now, as that change has happened, what happens later then?
L- Later, later we started getting different coaches
Mm-hmm.
that was able to bring in people outside of the radius. Like, okay, a lot of LSU coaches really was only looking for people in Louisiana. He wasn't going to Alabama. He wasn't going to Georgia. He wasn't going to Florida. He wasn't going to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So it when one new coach came in, he went to Texas. Then he was informed about Florida. Then he went and got wide receivers and DBs out of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Then the football program really started coming together. We were known for running backs,
Uh-huh.
but we wasn't known for DBs, corners, and wide receivers
Right.
for some reason.
No, I got you. I was just talking about, because you know how it is when, especially here in Florida. I guess maybe in Florida it's a little bit different. Maybe coach need to slap himself just because, because maybe that was a bad analogy. But, people are quick to say, oh, you're a basketball school now. Like when Florida State beat us or whatever the case, they were like, oh, you're a basketball school, yada, 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 in that case. So that's why I'm just bringing that up. But no, you're 100% right. I just know here in the South, you want to be known as a football school, not a basketball school. Not saying that's a bad thing, but it's just fan talk. And really that's what I'm bringing up, because Shad brought up a point. He says, Shad, shout out to Shad, man. Y'all go check out his channel. Y'all go subscribe to him. He said the timeline should be 3 years regardless of basketball, in my opinion. So, yeah, we agree with that. But we're talking about the average fan who's just like, why Miami football can't get back? Look what the basketball team is doing. Man, we are basketball. Y'all should watch Twitter. If you want to be entertained, get on Twitter and just let the timeline just go by. Man, please. That's hilarious.
But here's the funny thing.
Uh-huh.
If you're saying they're a basketball school now,
mm-hmm.
why did the basketball coaches finally start recruiting is the question. Because the highlights of the school was mainly football.
Mm-hmm.
So that must have jump-started the basketball coaches to start doing their recruiting like they were supposed to do.
I guess. No, you're right. They did it, man. They did it. But one thing I will say, basketball does. That's our signal. But we got some other callers in the back. But basketball does. I think you can turn basketball around a lot faster. Just in my opinion, you definitely can turn around basketball a lot faster than typically most football programs, simply because it's 5 players on the court at one time. 1 or 2 guys can definitely make a huge impact in the game, and so forth and so on. But yeah, definitely, man. But Jim and I appreciate you as always. We got a couple more people here in the building, and
not a problem.
And thank you, man, for calling. All right. You know what we got next? You about to load your gray matter Glock, sprinkle your brain. We about to fertilize your brain.
Let's get the obvious stuff out of the way. We're all here to do what we're all here to do. Because you didn't come here to make the choice. You've already made it. You're here to try to understand why you made it. I thought you'd have figured that out by now.
We have the beautiful Miss Wilcox, a.k.a. the Oracle, on the line. Miss Wilcox, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm so happy to hear your voice on this beautiful Sunday afternoon as our Canes play to move ahead in the championship tournament. Talk to me.
Well, they earned it.
They earned it.
They earned their lobsters. They earned their lobsters. That's a hurricane. That's what you do. You add it to the seafood boil. This lobster came now. Okay?
Okay.
The money is there. When everything else try to close the door and take every sports away from Miami, you're going to shine. I told you that. The goal that we have is within your heart. And a lot of these young men, they be stirred the wrong way, because you got to talk down about Miami to make sure these young guys go elsewhere. But you make a false promise at the same time. And a lot of these young men want to come to the University of Miami because it's just not sports. Mm-hmm. You got one of the best degrees in the top 7 with Notre Dame and Duke. You got it on both ends. Mm-hmm. It's not about going to get a Hellcat then don't have a degree.
Say that one more time, please.
You heard what I said. Everybody going to get a Hellcat and don't have a degree.
I love it.
And at this time, I told you, these kids sweated for every building that makes everything to be number one at Miami. The football team did it. Yeah, they did it. That team, 2000, whatever they talk about, with the most players ever, is still number one. I don't care if a coach won 10 or 12. He won selfish for himself, not the players. But you're going to go get a Hellcat, don't have no degree. You know who I'm talking about. But being selfish as a coach,
Okay.
those coaches was never selfish. They fed them. They fed the family. Go get a Whopper and come to the football game. For family event. You see what I'm saying? Snellenberger did it all. He went to their home, made sure everybody, I'm going to take care of your child. I'm going to make him a star. But at the same time, he's going to get that degree. He labored that for these kids because he know hard how their parents or what they're going through. They put their heart on their sleeve and they wore what he did. And again, focus on what you cannot do. Money makes a difference. At least you ain't stealing it. At least you ain't saying, I can give you a Hellcat, bologna sandwich with some cheese, but you can go over here and get your lobster any time of the day. You know, you can go to Costco and get four for what? $54.
You
But
better than me.
guess what?
I don't know. Mm-hmm.
They're in the top four pretty soon, but guess what? Everybody else fell. Because what? Money makes a difference for the family, for the blood, sweat, and tears that you bring to these universities and being used. All these buildings, these kids still being used, and they don't want to pay them. They don't care. Luxuries can buy you everything, but it don't take you to heaven. And I'm out.
Bye, Miss Wilcox. If you don't know, you just got a lot smarter. Believe it or not. Miss Wilcox just dropped that knowledge on you. She don't drop nuggets. She dropped the whole boulder. Better get your bologna cheese sandwich and leave them Hellcats alone and get that degree. Y'all better stop playing. That's what I'm talking about. Straight up. Y'all call on in 862-799-9956. I'm looking at the score now. The Canes are down by 8, baby. Let's go. They down by 8. They can do it. They got it, man. I'm sitting here looking at it right now, but like I said, maybe a little bit of delay. But anyway, I love for people to call in 850 Canes. I see you in there. I saw this great thing up here. Oh, here we go. 850 Kane and Johnny Green. I think they in thing. He says, Johnny Green, you know for a fact he's going to have us right. You're the only one talking sense. It's no doubt, bro. I would love for if Johnny Green or 850 Kane can call in. I think we all feel that way. I think we all pretty much feel that way about our Canes. We want to see them, down by 7. We definitely want to see them come up to the top. Again, right? It's a show. So we create topics, create titles that create conversation. So that's what it's all about. Cuban Kane says, Coach, reason the basketball team is better than the football team is due to NBA players play and practice at UM's gym. So these players are going up against NBA players. This is not happening with football. All right, that's an interesting take. I have to be honest. Didn't know that. I didn't know that NBA players practice that. I guess the Heat or whoever, or guys who come down and hang out or whatever play in there. Hey, if that's your take on it, Cuban Kane, I'm all for it. I totally agree with you. Now let's do it. Let's do it. I know it's going to be a huge influx. We only got 83 people in here, and I know we had an all-time low. And I started to postpone this show, but I said, nope. I missed it last week because it was Mama Hayes' birthday, and y'all ripped me a new one. So therefore, guess what? I said, I'm coming on the date. Win, lose, or shine. Win, lose, or draw. I'm on. Shad say by 5. All right, let's go. Oh, okay, that's information. There you go, Arsenio Patillo, excuse me. I believe the NCAA made a rule that pros couldn't practice with college players. At least I know the football side of it was banned. I don't know. I don't, and I'm not saying you're wrong, Arsenio. I don't know what the benefit would be. I guess it's considered coaching. I guess. I don't know. That's interesting. That's interesting to find out. I don't know. That's pretty cool. That's interesting to find out. And Shad, I'm telling you, man, you should be a comedian, bro. Keeping it a stack, a fried bologna sandwich is top. Listen, you put that bologna sandwich in the pan and you get that little hump in the middle like this. It go like this. It's flat, right? And then it go boop. It pop up in the middle. Come on, man. Come on. That hot sauce on it, that mayonnaise. Mm-hmm. Wow. Bologna sandwich is real deal. I want to hear some of this game. Let me play a little bit. See if I'm trying to update this thing. Oh, shoot, it was playing. What's the score update, guys? I need a score update, ladies and gentlemen. Coach over here suffering right now. All right, here we go.
Somehow back into the hands of Miami. With the pull-up, and he got it all net.
And great recognition to another dribble. He may have charged. Good control.
Oh, I got to cut it off. They're going to get me on the copyright. 66 to 72.
Which is played
7:35 left in the game. Might be a little delay.
in on the perimeter.
Carr, long rebound tap by O'Meara, and he grabs it. Next whistle will bring the under 8, but the Hurricanes continue to chip away. Even though Texas not giving them the three-point game tonight. Well, back to the man-to-man, though.
Oh, too excited. Anyway, listen, they only down by 4. Come on, Canes. Y'all can do this, baby. Y'all can do this. But anyway, listen, I understand. We're going to definitely make it happen. Let me see what TV. It's on CBS, Southbound 3000. It's on CBS. Oh, my God. I wish I could play. Let's see here. All right, they on commercial break anyway. Anyway, I need somebody calling 862-799-9956. Call on in. While I'm doing that, let me give some quick love to our sponsor for the day, Mr. Alex Tabio from Pioneer Mortgage Funding. Anything you have to do with home financing, please check him out. All his information is in the description as well. Also, for my new home buyers, he has aggressive programs. For first hometown buyers, he has programs for VA loans, FHA, so forth and so on. If you're an entrepreneur and you deal with cash, holler at him. He has a program for you. Okay. I know sometimes our barbers, guys who do lawn maintenance, stuff like that, they deal with a lot of cash. They don't necessarily have W-2s because they're their own boss. Hit him up. He's got an aggressive program for you. And people keep talking about interest rates high. Yeah, well, guess what? Get your stuff in order. You might find a great deal out there because it's a lot of people that's in bad shape. They got to get up out of their house. And unfortunately, that's business. So just be an opportunity to jump on those deals. And if your paperwork is in order, your stuff is ready to rock and roll, you can slide right in and make it happen. So go ahead and give him a call, or you can email him. All the information is in the description as well. Mr. Alex Tabio has been with us for a long time, and he's a big-time Hurricane fan. I believe he's a season ticket holder. Tell him Coach Hayes sent you. He already going to look out for you, but he might give you a little extra something because Coach Hayes sent you. But anyway, What's up with you, Paco? Talk to me, man. Real quick, while I'm on here waiting for this to come back, WREs are coming back out. WREs are coming back out here starting tomorrow. And guess what? Coach Hayes is going to rank the players now. I got a whole video set up for that and everything else. But I'm going to actually rank the players, and I'm ranking them at the end of each one of those videos. And instead of using stars, I'm going to use something different. So y'all stay tuned for that. That's what I've been working on, trying to make that happen, so forth and so on. So guess what? The WREs, a.k.a. Watch, React, and Evaluate, is back. We're starting off with those players. And we're going to go ahead and just break them down and let it happen. It's all funny games. It's all entertainment. But get a chance to watch that video tomorrow. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about when we rank the guys and go from there and see what's up. But I know y'all stuck on this TV, but y'all can call in, man. Y'all be wanting to call in about everything else. I think I see my man Warren call in. Yeah, that's right, T-Hans. It's back. It's back. Well, let's just blow the live. Let's go and listen.
Creating turnovers, but the offense, incredible shot making, tough shot making, multiple guys stepping up. Toppler getting to his spot. And once again, Wong, who was relatively quiet that first half, a difficult fadeaway. Miami is really feeling it right now on a roll. Can they continue with this play? Over to you, Trace.
Down by 4, y'all. We got my man in the building, Kane. Warren Kane, talk to us. Warren, what's going on, man? The Canes are down by 4. What's your thoughts on the topic of is Miami basketball putting pressure on the football program?
I think it's a good thing, but I don't think it's as much as it could be, like maybe at other schools, you know. Because I really, it's not just Mario. I keep just saying this. This is Mario and the athletic director and Alonzo. They're building it. It's coming. So I am not at all worried. Maybe they're, both men's and women's basketball teams, their success this year is going to draw attention to it. And that's a good thing. And I think part of it is the onus is on some other players to say, hey, look, the basketball teams are getting it done. Let's get it done on the field. It's not just on the coaching staff, but I think part of it falls on the players too.
You know what, Warren?
Be outshined.
You know what, Warren? That's an excellent point. And most people don't think of it that way. It could be a motivating factor, like you say, for the players, man. Let's turn this whole thing, because we already know, and correct me if I'm wrong, but we already know that Miami baseball is very good. Am I correct? I'm not a big baseball guy. But
I outside of college football and specifically the University of Miami, I honestly I can't tell you. All I know is that the Canes are in the Final Four, Sweet 16 or something. I don't follow it. I have no idea.
I got
baseball. I have no idea.
Listen, hold your ears, because I know you said that thing was loud. But guess what? Miami has tied that thing up. Hold your ears, Warren. Here we go. Give me some horns. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Miami has tied the deal up. Let's make it happen. It is 72-72, if I'm not mistaken.
I hope it happens. I do. I don't know. Maybe winning the final, or was it the national championship? I hope they do. I really do. I don't know anything about them, but I know in 2001, Miami won the national championship in college football and in college baseball, but everybody seemingly forgot about the baseball one.
Well, Cesar Iglesias just says 4 national championships by the baseball team, and that's my point, right? So, back to your point, Warren, is very simple. This may be, and I just say a pressure because everybody talk about basketball school, blah blah blah. We having fun with it, but to your point, this may be very well a spark that they need to say, man, they can do it, we can do it, blah, blah, blah. And hopefully Coach Cristobal uses that as a flame to the fire. I mean, a fan to the fire, to keep it, to make
I'm absolutely certain.
Yeah.
Because if that guy said he was interviewed by the CIA right out of college or whatever he was doing, he's an intelligent guy. So I'm sure he's thought this one through, and that's part of the plan. So, listen, use everything you can, motivate these kids. Whatever, basketball, whatever, who cares? Baseball. I mean, how great would that be? Miami to be the destination school for every damn sport. Baseball, football, basketball. That'd be freaking awesome.
That'd be great right there.
It can't be anything but good, but I don't know if it's bad pressure for Mario. I think it's good pressure for Mario.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, Shad makes
You
a
can
good
use it
point.
as a motivating factor. So.
He said Miami could realistically be considered a basketball, football, or baseball school. But why can't we be all why can't we be and baseball school? Come on, Shad. You gotta Shad, don't make me get that. Shad, that it should have said and, not or. Shad. I'm just messing with you. But anyway,
listen, as long as I'm alive, my argument's going to be Miami's a football school that has other athletic programs that are really, really good. I don't know much about them, but I know they're really good. But Miami's a football school. That's all there is to it.
I love it, man. Well, let me get this other call on here, Warren. I appreciate you, man. We still waiting for Johnny Green. We still waiting for Johnny Green or 850 Kane to call in. I would love to hear their takes.
All right, man. I'll talk to you, buddy.
Thanks, Warren. Appreciate you, buddy.
All right, bye.
Yeah. All right, man. We got my man, the one and only Chris Kane. What's up with you, Chris Kane? Talk to me, baby.
Man, what's going on with your coach? What's going on, y'all? I just got off work. I just stopped to get me some of the wings so I can go ahead on to this game at the house. I don't want nobody bothering my ass while they playing. What's the score, coach? What's the score?
So I think it's tied 75-75. Yep, tied 75-75.
Yeah. Oh Lord, cardiac canes. Here we go.
I think it's just under 4 minutes left. Hell, they was down by 11. So I'm loving it. Let's go.
Yeah, hey, the underdog. I love being the underdog. I'll tell you.
Oh, wow. Cesar Iglesias, appreciate this info, bro. 82, 85, 99, and 01. Same year, our best college football team of all time. I think he's talking about the 4 baseball national championships. That's awesome. And you know what's crazy? Maybe somebody can answer this for me. Maybe you can. Oh, did he hang up? Chris, you hung up on me, man? I think he hung up on me. But anyway, maybe you can answer this for me, Caesar. I'm always wondering, why is baseball and soccer not as big in Florida or South Florida, especially, as high school football? I'm just saying, like soccer and baseball in high school. I understand they have travel leagues and they got different things, and I understand that. But still, if you look at the demographics of South Florida, baseball is huge in all of these different areas. You know what I mean? Cuban, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Nicaragua. Baseball is huge in these different countries, but it's not big in our area, right? And then same thing with soccer. The world plays soccer, right? And we have basically the world in South Florida, and high school soccer is not that big. I wonder why. I really wonder why that is. I wish somebody could let me know and tell me that. Oh, here you go. He called back in. I guess he got hung up. All right. Chris, you good? You all right?
Yeah, man. I don't know what happened. We got cut off. I think it might have been some nose or something. Them tried to tap my phone or whatever it was, or some of them Gators or somebody at the house watching the game because they watching us, waiting for us to do something. You know what I mean? Bunch of hating ass. Well, anyway, what's going on, Coach?
I'm good, man. I'm trying to keep up with this game right here, so I don't mess around and get myself copyright. But I gotta watch it. It's worth it. Forget it. Talk to me.
Okay. Oh man, chilling, man. You know what though? I agree with Warren with what he was saying. You know, this is putting the pressure. You know, as far as with Miami football, because why can't all of them play sports? Like the baseball team, I follow a little bit of it. They're doing really good right now. You know what I'm saying? They've been on a winning streak for, as of late. Not really sure what their record is, but I know it's positive. Like everything is moving in the right direction, but it's not just football. Miami is just not a football school. It is a school of many different sports. You know what I'm saying? So why can't they all be good? Why not? Because when it's the youth, Jimmy Johnson said it best at the reunion show when he went and he was like, they was talking to the director. He was like, we could put a little baseball player here, we could put a little football player here, a little basketball player here, a little soccer. He was like, we ain't got to do all of that. He said, when we throw up for you, he said, we're the youth, we're a family, we're all one unit. You see what I'm saying? That's what it all is. It don't matter if you're playing baseball, football, basketball, soccer, whatever. It don't matter. You can play lacrosse. When you throw up the U, you know what that means. And I don't care what sports or extracurricular activity it is. You know what that U stands for.
That's right.
But I think it's just good that it's probably going in the right direction, but it's positive for all the sports. Because it took a while for baseball, and it took a while for basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but now it's taking a time for football. It's just everybody's going around in their turn. But we just got to make sure we just stay in a positive direction. And I think we'll be fine, to be honest with you. I can't even lie. You know, but they still gonna have to give me 4 games, so they still gonna have to give me 4 games for me to see what they look like. Damn that spring game. Damn that. I'm not being sold on nothing.
Listen, bro.
I'm not being sold on nothing.
Listen, I'm going all the way live. Listen, when I come down there for the spring game, I don't know, depending on how much cane juice I consume that night, I probably won't be able to do it. But that next day, which is a Friday, so I may do a Canes Talk Live show that Sunday. I will definitely come up with a record prediction that day. Real quick shout out. I want to give a big shout out here to Dread in the building, man. Thank you so much. Right there for the $20, man. Y'all clap it up for Dread in the building, man, for the $20. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
That's man. That's my man Dread, man.
Hey, Dread always support the hustle, man. So I thank you so much for that. It really means a lot. It does help this channel grow. And he did that through Cash App. So if you want to do it through Cash App, you're more than welcome. We'll throw it on the screen. You can do it through Super Chat. We even have PayPal. It doesn't matter. But I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And matter of fact, let me go in and drop him some coin. I got to put some coins in the cup for him. But yeah, man, definitely. I'm excited. But let me ask you this. From the fan base, since you only got on the line. Hold up. I got to slap myself. Miami is up. Miami's up by 1 right now.
Let's go.
2:19 left in the game.
My bad, coach.
Nah, you good.
My bad, coach.
You good.
I forgot where the hell I was. I'm sorry.
You good, man. I know everybody watching right now. I'm just trying to see, boy, if these boys pull this off, this would be awesome, bro. Like, it really would, man.
Boy. And then the girls play right after. They got to go against LSU.
Yeah, they come on at 7. So
if I'm not mistaken, they got to go against LSU. Boy,
they own right now. They own right now.
Oh, they own now? Oh, that shit.
Well, I think it's supposed to come on at 7, so I think they about to come on.
Yeah.
But,
oh man, yeah, that's about right.
Man, I'm trying to look at the ticker up here. Oh man, it's big time right here.
Hey, but you know, Coach, I found out that the spring game that's going to be on Friday night, and it's going to be on Friday, but it's going to be a night game. That was very strategic.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody trying to sit out there. No offense to nobody from last year, nothing like that. But it's hot in Miami. I've never been to Miami. The closest I've been to Miami is Fort Lauderdale.
Really?
And Hollywood, Florida, and all of that. Yeah, that's the closest I've been. You know what I'm saying? But I've never been to Miami, but I'm gonna tell you one thing right now: ain't nobody trying to sit in there in them stands with the damn temperature set on hell. Ain't nobody trying to sit there and be sitting there frying and cooking and all that other kind of stuff. Because you might find yourself dancing in the aisles where nobody was at. I seen you, Coach, over there last year. I seen you, Coach.
Yeah, I was out there, man. It was hot now, and I went all the way to the top up there.
Oh yeah, that temperature was set on hell. I'm telling you.
Yeah, nah, it was hot. It was.
I know it was.
But now
that's why it's done at a night game. Because you look at it this way, Coach. You may get more recruits. It's going to be a lot cooler. Probably can tailgate, do all of that stuff. But that's what it is. There's nothing wrong with going and watching the Canes in the daytime, but you want to be comfortable. You know what I mean?
No, I totally agree. And like I said, it'll be fun. It's a Friday. It's an evening or a night game. Probably do it about 7. I would assume about 7 by the time people kind of get off work.
That's a nice time. Hopefully it'll be, nice, and the temperature won't be as high. Maybe about 70, 72, something like that. maybe a little cooler. Who knows?
Hey, that boy,
you know what I mean?
That
but
boy hold up, man. It's a minute left. I'm trying to see. Can I play this? Let me see if I can play this. It's a minute left. Hold up.
It's a minute left?
Yeah, hold on. I'm playing it right now.
79.
I think you got to go to Miller here.
Can y'all hear this?
I can hear it a little bit. I'm gonna be quiet.
Back to the corner, moves him now, redirects him to the far side, trying to clear out this side. Look at this shot. This time, instead, Amir tries to go for it. He's going to foul out.
And Miller wanted the ball. Peck settled deep.
It looked like those
Up by one.
was jumping up. Cunningham was backing into him, which caused him to sort of flip over.
Come on, y'all.
You see here,
Actually, they switched it.
They switched the call here.
no, definitely. He was jumping in the air, and Cunningham backing into him.
They switched the call, and it's called on Cunningham of Texas.
I would agree.
Wow. Yeah, that's the right call.
Rodney very upset, distraught on the sideline. Wow. He gained his composure.
Thankfully, nobody got hurt.
And Kosher fouled out. He was just staying on the floor, laying in despair, total despair. So that puts Amir instead. New life, stays on the court, gets 2 free throws.
The emotions
Oh, under a minute, y'all.
is powerful.
Hey.
A little huddle for Miami.
Come on,
The
Miami.
other 4 behind Amir.
You know, I think Miller's doing the talking too, by the way. He wanted the ball when Peck settled for that jumper. He knows he can create for others as well as himself.
Miami in the second
Sure.
half, 18 out of 19 from the line, and back up by 2 as we now are in the final minute for the final spot to Houston.
We got a mismatch with Allen if he wants it. He's got
I know it's a little delay, guys, so I get it. Let's go.
He's going to pull back out.
Amir with those.
He's at the win.
Oh Lord, they done killed the sound on the thing. Maybe that's my show that got killed out. I don't know. Maybe I went black. I have no idea. It said Kane.
What happened?
I don't know. I have no idea, bro. We go over here and find out what's happening right quick. 23 seconds, Miami up by 4.
Oh shit! Oh crap! Oh god!
I don't know what's going on.
Oh god, I'm nervous. So now I'm getting the digging now.
Oh, they done killed the sound on the thing. It's over, baby.
Damn.
Miami won. Miami won. According to Paco, baby, that boy says, "Oh, y'all clap it up for the boys, man."
Let's go! Let's go! Oh shit!
Unless Paco, I think he lied to me. I think he lied to me. Somebody said they up by 5 now. It's a foul, but I think we got the W.
What by 5? We up by 5. Woo. Lord, it was touch and go there for a minute though, Coach. My bladder had got weak.
Cam 23 says it's over, baby. Dada. So now the phone line can be rocking.
Final 4, let's go!
So who the boy gonna be playing? Who they gonna be playing? UConn?
Huh?
Who they playing? UConn?
Who?
Miami.
No, they were playing Texas.
No, I'm saying
I thought they were playing Texas.
No, I'm saying who will they be playing?
Oh, I don't know. They might be playing UConn.
I think it's UConn.
I don't know, Coach.
Yeah, they got it in here right here. James Wallman says, yeah, UConn. Yep, that's gonna be a tough one. But let's go.
Hey, my man JD the Boss, man. Shout out to him. Yo, this man was on a private jet with John Ruiz, and he went to the game, dog.
Oh, there it is. Big shout out to JD the Boss then.
Yeah. Shout out to my dog JD, man. He's doing big things down there in Miami. He's a Miami ambassador. Let's go. All the Metro Rail boys, shout out to y'all boys, man. I don't know all of y'all, but y'all still family.
Yeah. Now that's
the same thing that these mother won't understand.
Yeah. Let's go. There you go, QB. QB say after party at Coach Tube channel. Let's go, baby. Y'all come hang out with me, man. Look. Hey, look. Hey, Chris.
Oh, boy.
Chris, we had like 60-something people. Now it's getting to 91. A lot more people jumping in right now.
Yes, sir. Yeah, everybody was watching the game. It wasn't the fact that it was just the fact that these chains be on him, coach. And now they're gonna pop right up in there.
I'm loving it, man. Well,
They're
y'all
gonna
go ahead
pop
and
up in.
call
They're
in.
gonna pop up in your chat like acne on a 16-year-old. They're gonna pop up in here. I'm telling you, it's on now, boy. Woo! Let's go. Let's go, man.
We got to see what the ladies do, man.
Hey, I want them ladies to win that. Coach, can you imagine
That'd
if
be awesome.
both teams go to the national championship and win it?
Yeah, Miami up 6-4 right
Can
now
you
on the
imagine?
women's.
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
I think they need to have a power
Shout out
outage.
to the
Listen,
lady.
Chris, they need to have a power outage right now, and they can't play the game no more, and we win 6-4, and it's over.
Man, God working mysterious ways. He's a Kane fan. That's what I heard.
Wow.
I heard God. I heard God is a Kane fan.
I love it, bro.
I don't give a damn. Let the power be out. Let it be out.
That's big time, though, Chris. That's big time, bro.
Boy, I don't think we ever. I don't think. Jeez, boy. Oh God.
And I think we was trailing for the majority of the game, if not all of it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I had left work and it was one of my coworkers, my Uncle Elroy. He was like, "Man, it's 44 to 37, and they about to go into halftime." I said, "Oh snap! Let me go on ahead and try to, try to get home." And the good thing about it is my job is like right up the street, so it took me about 15 minutes to get home. But then I had to run out till my charger didn't work, so that's where I'm at now. And his wife was like, "You want some wings with your pizza?" Yeah, let's go get it.
That's awesome.
The game coming on. I love you and all, but my cane, boy.
They come first, huh?
Boy, don't tell her that though. It's God, then the Canes, then the family. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, you already on tape, boy. You gonna be in court. It's all good. But anyway, I've been messing with you, man. I said, yeah, you gonna be in court about that.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, though, Coach.
Yeah.
If I be signing some papers, it's all right.
No, I'll just tell you that's good.
The Canes still love you.
The Canes love you, man. I love it, bro. But listen, Uncle Elroy, man, that's funny. Listen, Uncle Elroy. Wow.
Yeah, my Uncle Elroy, man.
Listen, real quick, y'all calling 862-799-9956. Got 103 people in the building. We got to at least get to the 305, man.
Oh, that feels good. One down, one to go. One to go. Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies. Let's go.
Let's see what these ladies talking about, man. Oh, my God.
But, I mean, whatever they think.
You in trouble, Chris. You in trouble.
What happened?
The producer, Ella, say, I'm telling.
Telling who?
She finna tell on you.
What you got to tell a brother out like that, Miss Ellis? I thought me and you was cool. I thought we was down like 4 flat tires by the crack house, man. Come on now.
She say, I'm telling.
It's canes over rings and things, man. It's canes over rings and things. Don't be telling nobody else to do that, boy.
Canes over rain. Well, Chris, let me take this next call, man. You shout out, man. I appreciate you, dog.
All right, man. I appreciate you. Go Canes, y'all.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
That boy QB say,
right, sir.
yes, sir. Appreciate you, boy. That boy QB say cane juice sold out at stores. That's right. It is sold out. The cane juice is sold out up in this joint, man. Let me get my next guy here. Y'all know who this dude is. He's supposed to be in. He's supposed to have a no face, no case. He's supposed to be in here. You know what I'm saying? But dog, he here on the intro. I just got one question for you. How about them Canes? Talk to me, 12.
Look, I told you what the name of the show was. I told you, Coach, don't call me. We down 10. Hey, it's a Florida thing, baby. It's a Florida thing, baby. Let me tell you something. F football. Is Miami a basketball school now? F football. Okay? Put pressure pressure on Mario, we gonna see. Right? It's Miami is a basketball school until further notice. Y'all better talk to me. Over the past 10 years, Larry Nugget had them boys rocking and rolling. I'm tired of y'all. I'm hot. We ain't even talking about football. Miami is a basketball school now. Everyone in the chat. Hey, link somebody, text somebody, tell them 12 is going slap off. Slap off. Miami, you girls, you women's, I'm sorry, you women's, right? You women's.
You put an S on that? You put an S on that? You put an S on that?
Men's, okay? I ain't trying to hear nothing else until further notice. Don't talk to me about 7-5. Don't talk to me about 11-1 until we become a football school again. I'm heated, but I love it, Coach. It's still you, baby. We are now a basketball school. I'm sorry to burst everybody's bubble. Bottom line, talk to me.
So big shout out to Shad. Shad said Coach L for the head football coach. Y'all boys nuts, man. Y'all crazy.
What did you say, Coach?
No, it said Coach L. It says Coach Larry Nager for the head football coach. That's what Shad say. Y'all crazy.
Absolutely. Hey, y'all want to talk about building a program, Coach? That's how you build a program. And guess what, Coach? He came from up here. Hey, he ain't had no fanfare. He ain't get 10 years, 100 million. Man, little buddy got what he got, and he still they disrespected that man. Miami basketball has been good for a very long time. We've been good for a very long time. So start with this. Miami and B12 said it. And if anybody want to call me. I call you. We can battle. We are now a basketball school. No ifs, ands, or maybes unless you's a hater. Right? As a matter of fact, Coach, I'm going to say this. I think Florida now is a basketball state. I'm roughly familiar with that. Because we got FAU out here balling, and Florida State been playing ball for a while. Y'all talk to me.
Who else in the state balling? Who else in the state balling the basketball?
FAU. Hey. I'm watching the game yesterday, Coach. One of my boys was like, I never heard of FAU. I said, that thing off 985 in Boca, right next to Ross. That thing off 985 in Boca, right? So we already know FAU, right?
Oh, God.
Coach, I'm wrong to go up or what? Oh, I'm straight? Oh, you hear me?
Nah, you good. I'm listening. It says Jim been here since
So
2011.
We're not a basketball school?
No, listen. It says Jim been here since 2011. We allowed that man time to build his program. Let Mario get his time. That's fair. What you got to say to Panama Junior? Panama Junior says,
hey,
Jim Larry Nager been here since 2011. We allowed that man time to build his program. Let Mario get his time.
Okay, I'm not disputing that. I'm not saying no. I'm not. I think that's a valid point. I'm just saying, for all every time everybody talk about back in the day, Coach, you have a number of subscribers who never saw Miami football win anything, and all they know is Jim Larry Nager. All they know is Miami basketball. So don't get mad when some of these younger folks are a little bit ignorant. It's the Miami football fault, not the young kids' fault. They know Miami basketball, right? Just like when the Heat was balling, a lot of people they didn't know what the Dolphins did with Marino, right? When the Heat was balling, ain't nobody know about no doggone Miami Dolphins, right? So Miami, to be honest with you, for the past almost 20 years has been carried by basketball. Go check your records. Been carried by basketball. If it wasn't for the Heat, right? Then we got the youth been balling. We will be our state will be suspect. Suspect, bro. Okay? So don't talk to me. Yeah, give him his time. But my point is, Larry Nager didn't get $100 million. There's a difference. Larry Nager came from a small school up here in the DMV. So Panama, I hear you, but I don't hear you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Larry ain't get $100 million. You go check his contract. He probably ain't even making 5 to 10. You know, he may probably even making 2, 3 a year. And I don't know that. But he ain't getting no 100 million. So yeah, so Mario has to expedite what he got going on. He got to expedite it.
So
you hear me?
hold on. So hold on, 12.
I don't think he don't get 10 years.
So 12. That's to my point. So to my point. So the part of the question is, shout out Kane. I see you in the back. Matter of fact, I might just let you in because my man 12 ain't gonna never get off because his plane. You can't put a seatbelt on him. You can seatbelt him. And he the what now?
Here we go. Hey, coach, it's a little turbulence, coach. That's why I got to think. It's a little turbulence. We at 30,000. Hey, because we so high. Go Canes all day. Canes basketball, baby.
Hold on. No,
Canes is you. It's still love. Still love.
Hold on. That boy said we got some turbulence.
We got some turbulence, coach.
Oh, listen, bro.
Buckle up, everybody. Y'all weren't ready for that one, huh? Let's buckle up.
Don't hang up.
Go ahead, coach. I'm sorry, man.
Nah, don't hang up. Listen. Hey, you messed me up with that one. So we got some turbulence. All right, listen.
Here we go. We go.
All right. Oh. I love this show, man. You know why I love this show, man? Because you get to just chop it up with
I love it too, coach.
All right, here we go. It's V12 on that cane juice. Listen, I know I sent you a batch of that cane juice last week, right? I mean, last month for your birthday. And if you don't drink it all by now, I see what the problem is. With you, 12. Yeah, that boy when he got a silly straw, you drinking it, go around the circle, and then go in your mouth. Yeah, that's his problem right there. I see what it is. All right, here we go.
Coach, what am I wrong about, though, coach? Am I wrong or what you see? Am I on the right track?
Listen, can I be honest with you? Let me go back here before I get a shot town, Ken. That's what I was trying to say before you talk about we got turbulence. All right. From a fan perspective, from the way people look at things, and Hold on,
coach.
What I'm holding on for? Hey, see what happened listen, when your co-pilot get off that cane juice, don't let him fly the plane. Don't let the co-pilot fly the plane. Let me go in and let Shot-Town in. I don't know what he's doing. Shot-Town, talk to us.
My bad, coach. I'm here, coach.
All right, hold on, 12. I got Shot-Town on the line. Talk to me.
What's up, Shot-Town? What's up, my brother, Shot-Town?
What's up, V12? Hey, it's the Canes team, boy. That basketball team hooping.
Hey, Shot-Town, I apologize for going off, man. But I know you're a logical. Matter of fact, I'm defending you. You one of the young cats who said you ain't know Canes. You were a little younger. You ain't know the good years of the Canes. So now you know Canes basketball, don't you? Talk to him, Shot-Town. Let him know what you know about Canes basketball.
Well, I told Coach my first time ever calling in the coach's show. I told him I was 4. My first time watching the 01 Canes. So that was my introduction to Miami Hurricanes football. So
hold on.
The football team doing so well.
Hold on, Shy. You said you were 4. You were 4. Shy, hold on. You were 4 years old?
I was 4 years old the last time the Canes won a national championship.
You couldn't even color in the lines, dog. But go ahead. We listening. Talk to us.
Hey, no, I'm just glad the Canes team is hooping. You know, and to V12's point, you know what? I understand what you're talking about. That, you know, Larry Nagel didn't have no 10-year, $100 million deal. But basketball ain't like football, V12. Basketball, you could have 2 of the best players in the whole season and win a national championship. Football, you can't do that. You need a whole bunch of good players.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, listen, I
get what you're saying, and I agree with you.
Yeah, I get
what you're saying. I agree with you.
Yeah, but listen, Shot, I just threw V12 out. I just threw V12 out the plane. So he parachuting right now. Real quick, I got the Oracle on the line. I'm gonna let her say her piece, and then I'm gonna let her say her thing, and then y'all come back in. Ms. Wilcox.
Do what you gotta say, Coach. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, don't hang. Ms. Wilcox, talk to her. It's gonna be a family affair. Everybody getting on the line. If you call in, you're on. Oracle, you have the floor. Talk to us, Ms. Wilcox.
Well, I told y'all we was already going in the Final Four before you got there. That Hellcat don't play. We ride Mercedes and eating lobster. And y'all have a wonderful night and keep the prayers up. Love y'all, Canes. Bye.
Bye, Miss Wilcott. One thing I love about her is she come right on in. She don't play no games. She say what she got to say.
Hey,
She fertilize your brain,
Coach, you heard?
and she let you know exactly
Man, listen.
what she talking about. All right, 12. I thought I threw you out the plane,
What she said?
and you came back in.
No, she say, hey, I love the Orca. She said the Hellcat don't play. We eat lobster. She said the Hellcat don't play. That's what I'm talking about. Boy, that's some knowledge like that. She told y'all.
Listen, I don't know who rubbing on the microphone, but y'all got to stop it. Listen, we're looking at the ladies basketball right now. We done lost all control of the show. Y'all buckle up. Like you said, we got some turbulence. Y'all call in. It done turned into a whole doggone YouTube space, not a Twitter space. Y'all call in. We just opening the phone line, call in, and let's chop it up for about 25 minutes. 862-799-9956. And just hear your point. Celebrate these fellas, man, for the Miami basketball program headed to the Final Four, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So y'all go ahead and
Women's
call
team
in.
on the way, Coach. Women's team on the way, Coach.
And the women's on the way. It's tied up right now, 10-10.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Florida sweep.
Hey, if FAU play Miami in that national championship, Florida's going to burn down, bro.
Ooh, that'd be crazy.
That'd be nuts, so bro. That'd be crazy. That would be crazy.
That'd be insane.
That'd
be insane.
Bro, I don't even know. Listen, I don't know one player for FAU. I don't even know the coach's name for FAU. Isn't that something? Wow. The Oracle has spoken. That's what I'm talking about. The juice. The Oracle speaks. Anyway.
Hey, man. I can't wait to see this national championship, though. Hey, Miami's going to beat LSU tonight and give Coach L his credit. Mm-hmm. He definitely built that basketball program up. Haters already hating on social media. So, I'm cool with it.
All right. Real quick, we got a new call in. Hold on. We got a new call in. Warren Kane in the building. Warren, talk to us. Call him back again, baby. You live with everybody.
All right, listen, I don't know how basketball works, but they beat number 4 team, they beat the number 2 team, and they beat the number 1 team. Now, I know what that means in football. That means that you're the best team in the country. I don't care how they slice that. But does it apply in basketball? Because I don't know. Somebody help me out here.
That's the seeding, Warren.
Yeah, that's the seeding.
They beat the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
They beat the number 4 seed, and they beat the number 2 seed.
Well, see, I don't understand that because Alabama was number 1 in something, but they're out. And then
in their region, they were number 1 in the seed on their region.
All right, so there's.
If you look at a bracket on Google, it'll explain. All you gotta do is look at the numbers next to the teams on the bracket.
Okay. Well, I'm excited for them nonetheless, and I hope the ladies' team or the girls or women's, whatever they call it, I hope they do it. I really do. And I'm just excited for the University of Miami's future because this can only help. I don't see how it can hurt. It can only help.
That's true.
I agree, Warren. Warren, what's up? This B12. I agree with you. I think it does put some pressure on and hey, it may not be right. It may not be right, but it does put some pressure on Mario now. I agree, it does. You know, to coach's title, yeah, there's some pressure there now. And is it fair? No. But guess what? The great ones take on pressure. Do y'all hear what I'm saying, Warren? The great ones take on pressure, and they make it work. They take on pressure and they crush it and make them diamonds. Okay, so we're about to have some diamonds. Diamonds are forever, right? Diamonds are forever. Diamonds are women's best friends.
and outside of that is the most useless thing on the planet. Only thing you can use it for is cutting another diamond. That's about the only thing it's good for. So. Anyway, so Mario's got to be looking at this from a tactical standpoint. This is nothing but excellent. He can use it in his favor, you know, to help motivate, and then the other coaches can do that. And I'm sure that the basketball coach visits the football team, you know, from time to time. So this has got to be good across the board. I don't see how this is bad for Mario. I really don't, because I mean,
No, it's
every
not.
good coach knows they
So
have to thrive under pressure, and this is about as pressure a situation as you can get. So I think this is good for Miami. I really do, especially for Mario. So,
Oh yeah, hey Warren, Coach Mario gonna tell the football players, be like, if you put in the work, if you see the hype that Miami's backing up the basketball teams, can you imagine when the football team is better? Can you imagine if y'all reach that level?
if you know, I'm
Boy,
talking to the season for
hey, 12, do me a favor, dog. When you're not
man.
talking, mute yourself because the whistles in the back are coming through loud. But listen, you're 100% correct. And again, like I told you, I said in the beginning, this is a little clickbait here.
Yeah, I'm muted. I'm muting myself.
I got you. It is a little, because you asked yourself, Miami School, do I really think that Mario has pressure himself? No, not necessarily. But we're just talking about fan bases. I don't think it's a pressure from the upper brass, the admin. No, they understand what it takes. But what I'm saying is the pressure is y'all have to understand how this works. Like, he's going to be okay. I don't think Mario Cristobal cares one way or other what we say on these shows. I have to be very honest with you. I don't think he cares. He doesn't spend 1 millisecond on watching this. It's entertainment. We're just talking about the sense of, from fans, they're like, because trust me, you can go to Twitter right now. I guarantee if I pull up my Twitter feed right now, Miami football better do something, because look at what the boys done in basketball. We're just talking about what people say. You understand what I'm saying? Does he personally feel pressure? No. So I agree with what I think it's Travel One or Travel L, if I'm not mistaken, says. I'm just saying that because what Miami did in football was so great and so forth and so on, it would be equivalent. Let's be honest. It would be equivalent to Alabama, right? Imagine if Alabama during the Mike Shula years and their basketball program was starting to go into the Final Fours and they may have, I don't know, because I don't follow Alabama like that, but I'm just saying, think about what Alabama was. Let's just say after the Nick Saban era. Now you get Coach X over there, right? And now their basketball program rises. You don't think this new football coach is going to feel the pressure of the greatness of what it was from football to now the basketball team has gone to now? You understand what I'm saying? It's that kind of thing. It's not.
Yeah, I do.
It's not. It's not a. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking. I was really talking to everybody. But that's the thing. Do I really feel now? I had to tell you this, which I highly doubt. I'm 99.99999% sure we ain't going 5-7. But if we come out with a year like we had this year, you can't tell me this right here doesn't add pressure. I don't care what nobody said. Some pressure.
Well, anyway, I agree, and let's not forget that if it weren't for the football program, there would be probably no other sports at that school unless they were funded by private donors, because the football program pays the way for everything. Women's lacrosse, swimming teams, dive teams, it's all paid for.
Yeah, right now we got 6485 has joined us. Introduce yourself, talk to us, as well as Chi-Town Kane is back in the building. Oh, I guess they hung up.
Hey,
oh, my bad. My bad, Chi-Town muted you. Go ahead.
Hey, no, that's cool, Coach. It's cool, Coach. Sorry about that. I'm at work. Signal was kind of spotty, so sorry about that, y'all.
No, you're good, man. All right, 6485 is back in the building. Introduce yourself. 6485, talk to us.
Keyshawn.
Keyshawn, what's your thoughts, man? You on the line with everybody, baby. It's a party over here.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Coach?
I'm good. What's your thoughts on the Canes going to the Final Four, the men's that is, and the ladies are currently putting in some work?
Yeah, I think everybody is super hyped. I think a lot of the expectations were shattered that we had on them. Everybody was saying Sweet 16 because we did it last year, or when Omir got hurt, everybody counted us out against that first school we played. I forgot the name, Duke. No, not Duke. Drake. So I think that we shattered everybody's expectations. Hopefully, we could finish strong. UConn they looked really good versus Gonzaga. But I think it definitely does put a lot of pressure on the football team, and I think it does fast. I think that with making the Final Four, and even if we make the national championship, even if it is for just 1 year, next year, we don't do as well. I think the football team definitely has to make some type of noise because we're a football school, and everybody's hashtag basketball school now. That's not acceptable.
And that's my point right there. Stop right there, Keyshawn. Thank you. That's my point right there when I talk about the pressure from the fans. Not only did Keyshawn just say it, but Justin Stevenson says pressure definitely on our football team. And then he says, we officially a basketball school since Coach L got here. That's what that's exactly what I'm talking about, that people start doing it. For example, when we lost to Duke, you know what people said? Y'all lost to a basketball school, right? UNC, y'all lost to a basketball school. That's the kind of stuff that, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said it just in a joking manner. But y'all more than welcome, man. The phone line open. Y'all talk to it. Anybody else want to join in? I can hold up to 1,000 people. So call in. It's 862-799-9956.
Yeah. Coach, I did just want to hit you back on that last point. I do believe, though, that the expectations for Miami, you ever heard of the saying, like, the goalpost is always moving?
Yes.
Basically, like, they always find a different category. Say we went 9-3 last year, right? Everybody would have said, "Oh, we had a easy schedule," or "Oh, we had this," or "We had that." We're never, even if Miami goes undefeated and win the championship, they're always going to move the goalposts, whether it's a football or basketball, scenario. I just feel like as fans, we have to take pride in knowing that we are a football school and not accepting. The basketball program being this good is showing, why we shouldn't accept the football team being this bad. We're playing small ball, we're undersized, and we're not talent-wise better than every team we play. But for majority, we're better than most, and that's exactly what we should demand from the football team.
I could agree with that.
I agree. And
I totally agree too.
And add on to that point, at what point you want to talk about grit and determination? That's what our men's basketball team showed today. You saw Larinaga fired up. We were down as many as 12, everyone, and this thing about it. At no time, even when Coach called me, I was like, "Okay, Coach, now we down at the half." But the way how we've been playing lights out, and we've been competing. And I think that's where the men's basketball team is showing up, and the coaching. We have to be able to be competitive and put forth. My thing with the Miami football team is we can compete and put a maximum effort of great product on the field. I think we'll be all right. But we got to get some mental fortitude, have some mental toughness in order to be successful and to get back to your point, back to a football school. Because right now we've lost that title. And in a sense, people are laughing at us because now, never in a million years we'll be talking about Miami with basketball, associating that school with basketball. It just goes to show we got a lot of work to do to get back to where we need to be.
Hey, but V12, that's what that basketball team has. What y'all old heads like to say, the original Hurricanes football mentality. Because when Hurricanes football started, here, Coach, y'all old heads. Yeah, it's okay, Coach.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, it's okay.
That's true. Hey,
yeah, own it, man. Own it, man.
Hey, Satan, you're right, Satan. I'm gonna give you credit. Hey, Coach. Hey, the young brother has some knowledge on that. You got to slap both of us. You're right.
No, go ahead.
We always talk about the mentality. He's absolutely right. So slap me and you, Coach, because Satan gave it back to us. He's right. And I agree with him 100%. Thank you, Coach. We deserve that one. He's right. He got the mentality where it can never lose.
Yeah, because when Miami Hurricane football started, ain't nobody expecting nothing from us. Nobody expected nothing from us. And then we came, we slapped everybody in the mouth, and we made ourselves known. This basketball team is just like, all right, we had a 3% chance to win a national championship. Don't pick us. But watch, y'all going to see us at the end of the night. And I feel like that football program, whether it was coaches, players, they thought it was okay to get handed stuff because they thought that you on the helmet actually was going to carry you no further than it needed to. So now we just need to get back to that. And if the football team and basketball team on the same part, because now Coach L has the reputation now to actually develop players and now he can recruit better, man, it's all cool over here, man.
All right, let me ask you a quick question. Studio One, if you own Studio One, I need you to call in too. Says Studio One Live says, don't let Miami win the Natty. Watch the pressure then. Ooh.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness! What a heartbreak that would be to have that kind of pressure. That's a good thing. Listen, the break coming off the rails last year was the best thing that could have happened to the football program because now the basketball program is showing, and it's putting a lot of heat on the players, and I love it because this is the motivation that they needed. I'm so glad it happened last year as opposed to this year or next year. If we're going to wreck this thing, wreck it right out the gate and build it back like the Bion.
So, Coach Hayes, I think everybody's missing a main point.
Mm-hmm.
I watch a lot of the Miami Flow show and listen to what they say. The effects of the Dan Radakovich hire are showing now. Everybody's saying, oh, we're not going to see the effects for the next 2-3 years. I'm telling y'all, this man is a very underrated, you know what I'm saying, piece of the culture for Miami. We needed an AD. We needed somebody that was going to invest in the program. And, I think it's time for every sport to just shift. It's Miami. We're not Duke. We're not some country school in the middle of nowhere. Miami should have the best athletes out. And let's bring it back. I think Dan Radakovich is going to bring it back for us.
I love it, man. We got 200 people in the building. Appreciate it. You're more than welcome to call in. Phone lines are open to any and everybody, simply meaning call in is just an open for it's a YouTube space right now. So you can call in, talk your talk. Right now, the ladies, right now, is 18-24. They are down by 6, but it's still early, as we saw that for the men's basketball. And it is what it is. We got a new caller in, 7190. Caller, you are free. Introduce yourself to the crowd, to the team. Let me put it that way. Introduce yourself to the team, and what's your view, man?
Hey, my name's Rob Zawiski. I live in Florida.
Welcome to the team,
I'm
Rob.
a diehard Hurricane fan. My dad was alumni. Grew up watching the Canes in the 80s, 90s, 2000s. We had season tickets. So I want to point out a couple things. I remember when Miami joined the ACC. I think it was 2003, 2004, and that was when the football team was really good. And I remember the fear about saying, "Oh, great, we're playing basketball. We got to get stuff going." And I know they hired Frank Hayes, but when they hired Coach L, there's no doubt in mind that this guy was going to do some miracles. And I'm pulling for the Canes to win it all, men's and women's. And I think that's going to put a fire under the football program, and they need that fire because right now the basketball programs are representing more than the football programs is. And I'm pulling for them. I'm diehard, and I bleed orange and green. I was born into it, so just exciting times right now being a Hurricane.
I appreciate it, Rob. Matter of fact, I think I just put one of your comments up, if I'm not mistaken. I remember you said the name. I put one of your comments up a few minutes ago, man. How long have you been watching this channel?
I've tuned in time to time. I've tuned in time to time, especially after the football games.
Oh, the pregame, postgame show.
Like
Yeah.
I'm a diehard fan.
I got you. Well, yeah, man, you're more than welcome to hang out with us, man. You are now part of the team, whether you like it or not. You're a part of the team, man, so I appreciate it. Let me give some love right here to Muhammad, right for 499. For the 499, says, great to be a Miami Hurricane. It's great to be a Miami Hurricane. Let's effing go. Go Canes. They wrote us off, but we didn't write back. I love it, man. Thank you, Muhammad, for the 499. I really appreciate that. So right now, the ladies are down by 6, 26-20. As I look at the score here, it's very interesting. Here's another thing. Let's talk maybe a little ladies ball, right? Look what this young lady has. This coach has done. I don't know how long she's been there. I'll be very honest. I have not followed Miami basketball, men's or women, ever. I have to be honest. Like I told you, the last basketball player I knew they had was Kevin Presto. That goes way back, if you ask me. Chi-Town Kane probably wasn't even alive when that guy was playing at the Miami Hurricanes, if I'm not mistaken. But anyhow, what a great job she has done, Katie Mier, if I'm saying her name correctly, for the ladies basketball team. Well, what's your thoughts on that as well? Whoever.
Go ahead, B12. Go ahead, co-pilot. Go ahead, co-pilot.
Yeah, no. Hey, listen. Listen. The NIL has changed the game in basketball too. And so, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. From time to time, you hear about the youth, especially the ladies, but you got to support them. And they play with grit too. I mean, they have two guards that they're twins, and they brought a lot of attention to the youth, and also the coach has been coaching very, very well. So you should support the ladies. It's an uphill battle, but I think they'll pull it out.
So real quick, I don't know who got the radio playing in the background, but you got to turn that down because it's flying through the speaker. But real quick, for the fellas, this is not their first Elite Eight, but I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like I say, coach me, coach. This is their first Final Four, if I'm not mistaken. I know the ladies, this is the furthest they've ever been at any time in UM's history. So that's super important.
Yeah, I think so,
Coach. The first Final Four. Yeah, definitely the first Final Four for the men. And the ladies, I think this is the first time they've been this close. So, I mean, the school overall, you really got to give it credit. I mean, right now, you smile to be a Hurricane, whether it's on a football front, a basketball front, you're an alumni, or you're just a sidewalk alumni. It's good to be a Cane today, and let's continue it. Absolutely. And like I said, you got to.
Hey, but I don't. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Shatan.
Hey, yeah, sorry to cut you off before, but I think people are underestimating what kind of impact this will have when, because AD Radakovich said that he's working on getting a softball team down in Miami to improve women's sports. So I honestly think like that'll just push that agenda even more forward because we have a women's team that's doing wonders on the national stage. And I don't know how many people watch, women's football on the NCAA network or anything like that. But if you see any of those games, when it comes to tournament time, those fans are packed. So, hopefully that pushes that agenda even more forward.
No, I definitely will. And it's amazing. But again, back to my point. I'm still amazed, and y'all explain this to me. I don't think anybody put in the chat. Why is South Florida, I'm not even just talking Hurricanes right now. I'm talking South Florida sport. Same way we look at South Florida high school football as the Mecca. Why is it not that way in baseball or even soccer? Knowing all of the different countries that we represent, nationalities and so forth that play soccer, that play baseball, that American football is not necessarily big, right? Like we know we have a big Cuban population. We have a big Puerto Rican, Dominican population that play. We know we have a big Haitian population, Jamaican population, and those same sports play soccer as well. Why is football the kind of end all be all when it should be all three sports? It should be football, basketball, football, soccer, and baseball.
Well, baseball, our coaches recruit top play. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Warren. Go ahead.
No, well, you can go. I was just gonna say I was born and raised in Miami, so I've seen everything through when the Marlins came and the Panthers came, and Miami's an expensive place to live, and there's other things to do over there. But I think the big reason why football is number one, obviously the high school football, is a big deal. Even from little league football, but also the fact that you had a University of Miami that came through. That was the first football ever, and then eventually you had the Dolphins, and so I think, because of the fact that the Dolphins are the first NFL, professional team, I think it made Miami, that football city that it is. Even though, because I've seen people, jump on the bandwagon when the Marlins are doing good in those 2 World Series. I've seen people get in the bandwagon when the Miami Heat were doing well. But football is always the number one priority because it's the first thing that came to Miami professionally. So, Miami Hurricanes, it's more special because it's a hometown thing, because these players that play at the University of Miami, most of them are Florida boys. So it's almost like a secondary professional team. I know people complain about, we don't have the alumni or the crowd like the Alabamas and the USCs and the Notre Dames, but Miami's it's different. It's a private school. It's a small school in Coral Gables. And if you think about it, they never were meant, it's funny because they almost shut the program down before Saulberger came in there. My dad went there in the 70s, and my dad used to tell me how he went to the games, how he always got beat by the Gators and the Seminoles and Notre Dame. And, it's just something that just happens. We've been spoiled in Miami, and that's why we had the expectations that we do, because we just get spoiled by it. So,
but Rob, so you're 100% right.
Unique place.
But Rob, you're right. But I'm talking about high school right now. What I'm saying is, we know you have the Miami Central, the Miami Northwestern, the St. Thomas Aquinas, the Carroll Cities. These programs are, arguably the best within the state. But name the top baseball programs. Like, why don't we have 5 and 6 in South Florida national championship? Like, you get what I'm saying? And same thing in soccer. The reason I'm bringing this up, I'm talking about because of the melting pot of South Florida, where you have, for example, soccer. Bro, I coached at New Orleans. Do you know every Sunday on our football field, our practice field, the brethren from the yard, the Jamaicans, would come out and have full soccer matches, dog, on Sundays. But nobody goes out for the soccer. Like, nobody's out there for the soccer team, the baseball team. What I'm saying is that why doesn't the high school soccer and baseball teams garner the same attention as high school football, with the melting pot of people from those regions where you grew up? The Dominican, we know Dominican are very good in baseball. Not to be stereotypical, but that's what it is. Cuban baseball players, Dominican baseball players, Puerto Rican baseball players. But our high school baseball is, Our high school soccer is, You know where I'm coming
That's
from?
a good question. I mean, I think it's just because of football being the first team.
Yeah, it's a football town. Definitely a football town. I mean, even for the longest, even before, think about it. It's a great point. Think about it. Even when Dan Marino has been retired, everybody still considers Dan Marino the Dolphins. Dolphins were the first, and the Dolphins undefeated season, back in the day, and had all the stars and the Dupers and the Claytons. And so and then the U, we're definitely a football town, no matter how you want to slice it and dice it. But over the years, it's shifted. And particularly, I think, for the most part, that's why you have this dichotomy between people you want to play. Look at Kyler Murray. He was a great baseball player. Why did he decide to play football? Because football had that lure. America's pastime used to be baseball. Then strike hit or whatever. And even though baseball is still up there, arguably football is what's generating the money on every level. I mean, even from you coach football, coach on a high school level, you see it, and on the college level, you see how football generates and what football can do to programs. So it's just people just fall in love with football, with the programs, and it garners so much attention. Although it's dangerous, it just seems to garner a lot more attention.
No, I agree. I agree. But we know that soccer is the world's sport. I totally agree with what you guys are saying. I've always been baffled why soccer got bigger in South Florida than it is in South Florida due to the nationalities. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not explaining it clear. Maybe the cane juice is killing me. But I'm just saying, I'm just asking, when you think of the mecca of high school recruiting, yes, I know football is bigger, basketball, okay. But I'm talking about when you look at soccer on the world stage, when you look at what's my man? He always support UN but didn't go there. What's his name? Not Derek Jeter. Come on, y'all.
Alex Rodriguez, coach.
Alex Rodriguez. Right? I'm just saying, there are probably so many like Alex Rodriguez out there, but where they just don't get the love in which we think they do. Let me give a quick shout out to the super chats right quick. Here we go. Muhammad, again with another 49. Coach, I was born and raised in Dade, coming from a foreign family. Our families, for the most part, don't necessarily value sports over education. Okay, that right there does make sense. Because I had an offensive lineman. He was about 6'5". They were looking for him to get scholarships to go to Florida State. And his mom thought football was like rec ball. She didn't realize this was a way for him to go to the next level. She looked at it as, no, he need to come home and clean his room. You understand what I'm saying? So that does make sense, Muhammad. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. And Shad, Coach, was Marino better than Young? I guess Steve Young? Of course he was. He couldn't move worth a damn, but he was better than Steve Young. But anyway, okay, that makes sense, Muhammad. That makes sense.
Hey, coach, I think it's just an American thing, man. Like, I don't know if it's like this everywhere, but I think it's just our country style. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't care about baseball until it's professional. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have wall-to-wall recruiting for high school baseball like they do for high school football. I mean, college baseball is popular, but not as popular as, like, say, the professionals. Basketball is our first or second most popular sport. They got the AAU tournaments. They got high school. They March Madness. Like soccer, I don't know too many people that care about soccer until the World Cup. So I think it's just our style, like as Americans, because I just think we're just different like that.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I would just go ahead, Rob. I'm sorry. Talk to me.
No, I'm saying before the Marlins came, the only baseball that we had was University of Miami baseball, and so yeah, you see, University of Miami is a football school, but it also had a lot of success in baseball. They won 4 College World Series, but I think it's just the draft and just the nature of what sport's popular. I mean, I remember they used to have a soccer team in Miami and Fort Lauderdale called the Miami Fusion, and they had success, but no one went to the game, and they had to get rid of the team. And that I think it was like in the late '90s, early 2000s. I think it's just nature of the animal, and it's all about football. I think it's more exposed, it's more popular, it's something that doesn't last all year like basketball or baseball, so I think it's just the nature of the sport itself, and that may be why it's not as popular. The other sports are not as popular.
No, I totally agree. But like, to me, that's the point. When I understand the popularity of football and so forth, but like up here in Orlando, they have the Orlando Pride. I believe that's the soccer team, the Purple Lions or whatever. And them things be jam-packed, bro. Like those games they have their own stadium. Like they don't even share a stadium. They have their own stadium. And after the games, if you go downtown, it is riddled with purple and gold. And again, I think I'm just asking the same question. I'm just amazed that, let's just say, for example, if I was in Europe back when they had the World Football League, I would go to a game because I like American football. If I'm here, I like soccer. I would go to those games. That's just here and there. But I'm just talking. We got a new call on the line, 7761. Caller, talk to us. Introduce yourself to the team as you are a new part of the team.
So, what's going on, everybody? You already know it's Muhammad. How's it going, Coach?
Muhammad, what's up, baby?
Yes, sir. Yeah, no, I had to call in, man. I was because you were talking about, why a lot of us, why I played football, but a lot of my friends, Coach, that I went to school with down there in Miami, 'cause I'm born and raised Dade County.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I grew up in Kendall and Hialeah. And a lot of my friends that you're saying, like a lot of the Jamaicans and Nigerians and, Cubans, and a lot of us down there, because I'm Indian and Cuban, a lot of us down there, our families don't even know what most of these sports are, in depth. You know what I mean? Like they're, we're a lot of us, they're just such a diverse community that you know, a lot of us, you know, value things like education, family, things like that over sports. So if you have let's say, for example, you got a Jamaican kid, a Nigerian kid, a Cuban kid who may be an all-star baseball, soccer player, but he's got two little brothers at home or two little sisters at home, and he's got to be the one to watch him. Guess what? He ain't playing. He ain't playing. He's watching his little brothers. You know what I'm saying? So it's a culture thing down there, bro.
Gotcha.
You know, our families don't see sports as the way out, the number one. It's more of take your ass to school, become a doctor or something like that before ever thinking about any sport. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Because I know travel baseball is huge. I know that I don't know how soccer works. I know AAU basketball and travel baseball is huge. That I know. But I was just thinking, I was just wondering, like,
I'm saying is,
yeah,
you know, sports to a lot of us foreigners is a
pastime. Exactly what it is, a pastime.
Yeah, right. It's a, you know, it's a luxury.
Mm-hmm.
It's a luxury versus education is a necessary. You know what I mean? So
sure,
it's always going to be family education with people who are, you know, foreigners and culture from down there in South Florida is always going to be family over football, over anything, over, you know, anything. So, you know, sports don't get valued that high in a lot of our communities because of that.
No, I totally agree with you. I totally agree. I understand exactly where you're coming from. Anybody else want to speak to that in regards? Because I'm trying to see here what the ladies are playing. What's the score right now for the ladies? 26-20 still. All right. 9:40. Hell, quarter is this? Yep. 9:40.
Third quarter just started.
Huh?
Yeah, third quarter just started. And the ladies, I got it on right now.
They do quarters? I thought they do halves.
Yeah, it's weird. Men's basketball, they do 2 halves, but in ladies basketball, they do 4 quarters.
Oh, shit. See, this is why I don't follow that kind of stuff. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I was looking. Hey, y'all don't know, Coach got some spectacles right here, but I don't really wear them like that. I almost grabbed them things and was like, let's say 3Q. But because in my mind,
that can't use blowing your eyesight, Coach.
That thing biting right now. Shots out is biting. Man, I'm so excited for the
Coach,
Canes.
I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, talk to me.
I didn't mean to cut you guys off. So what do you think this is going to do for our football program moving forward? You think it's going to put more pressure? Is it going to be good pressure, bad pressure? What you guys think?
Well, I have to say this.
Should light a fire.
I think it's 2 things that happens. From the fan standpoint, their expectation is if basketball can do it, football should be able to do it because we're a football school. That's the fans.
Right.
What I know is if Mario Cristobal is smart, which I know he is, he will use this to blow up the flame and put some fire under these players' butts and use it as billboard material to say, look, they out there balling. And y'all are some of the best people in the state when it comes to athleticism and being the best football players. Y'all can do the same thing. I'm just saying he's going to use that to his advantage to motivate him. All right? I meant to motivate his team. I said all that simply to say, but here's where the drawback is. You can't walk in with a mediocre 6-6 season after that. That's when the pressure will lie. I think he'll be fine.
Right.
But if you come in with a 6-6 season after this year, that's not much. I have to be honest. 5-7, 6-6 is one and the same. I have to be honest. That's not a big jump. Yes, you're bowl eligible, but you're playing in the toilet bowl, dog. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you make a 9-3, that shows improvement. Minimum 8-win season shows improvement, but 5-7 to 6-6, that's not really improvement. I mean, I just call a spade when it comes to the optics of it all.
Hey, but Coach, that's what's so special about Miami, though. Because all these other schools are just like, oh, well, like Duke. Our basketball team's good. We don't expect nothing from our football team, baseball team. We don't expect nothing like that. Miami is just like, oh, no, we're good at everything. We could change every sport.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely a different in culture because even with Alabama, like what their football team is doing, they don't expect nothing from their basketball team, track team. They don't expect nothing like that. Same with USC, same with Ohio State. They don't expect nothing. Miami, we're just like, hey, listen, we have the talent to be good at everything, and let's be good at everything. So it's definitely a different mentality down in Miami.
That's real. Let's give it up to Shad and my man, Brother Jay Blaze. They have just entered the building. Y'all clap it up for the two long-time people of the team. That's what I'm talking about, baby. All right, get that crap out of here. What's up, fellas? What y'all got to say?
To everybody.
Blaze, what's up, baby?
This becoming a popular question. I put it in the chat. If Miami was to lead the ACC, what other conference would you think they would choose? What would be best for Miami to go to?
Big Ten
conference. If they was to lead the SEC, Big 10, Big 12, what other conference would you want Miami to go to?
Big 10. Me personally, Big 10. I'll leave it up to y'all.
Coach, you care about? I was gonna say I know the Big 10, but being in Dade County, being born and raised Miami, I hate the cold, Coach.
Okay.
I'm saying, like, I don't know.
Honestly, I would like
to see. I'm saying I don't know if I don't know if our players can play effectively in that type of cold. The Big 10.
Can I tell you something?
Big Ten, that's not a recruiting tool.
All right, hold on. We got about 8 people in here right now. So real quick, I'm gonna just say this. I'll just answer you real quick, Muhammad, and the rest of you guys can have it. Can I be very honest? I know we talk about the cold, but it don't really get cold until February, late January, February, March. It's cool. You might have a cold game here and there, but let's be real. When the last time we saw it was like super stupid cold? Like, let's be real, where it was the frozen tundra. See, because remember, the NFL plays all the way the playoffs is when it gets cold in the NFL, right? Because the Super Bowl is in February. Right. So NFL is done January 1st, second week of January. I mean, I'm sorry, not NFL, but college is done. The national championship, and they're never going to do the national championship in a cold climate because you want people to come enjoy the weather. It's like the Super Bowl. If you see the Super Bowl in the northern climate, they're in a dome somewhere. It's very rare they're going to be they're never going to do the Super Bowl at Green Bay.
Yeah.
In today's time. So when we talk about the cold, hold on. So when we talk about the cold, hold on, real quick. Yeah. When people are talking about even the whole Colorado thing with Deion Sanders, it's cold in Colorado. It is March, bro.
I was just there.
I know, but it's March. It don't get cold to what? January, February, March. But go ahead. Yeah. That was my point. Anybody else take the floor?
No, I was gonna say. I mean, that's great points, but to a South Florida kid, November cold in Illinois is fucking cold. You know what I mean? Like it's 30 degrees, it's 20 degrees. I was in Denver in November and in December, Coach. You know that I was in Denver.
Right.
It was 10 degrees, 7 degrees some days, most days in November. In October, it would get down into the low 20s. That's cold for a South Florida kid to strap up and go play on a night game. Mm-hmm. At a night game in the Big Ten in November, it's going to be single digits sometimes.
So I'm going to tell you this, Muhammad. When have you seen a night game in the Big Ten?
I don't watch the Big Ten.
All the time.
Coach.
All the time.
Michigan always
What
play.
you mean? All the time.
Michigan and late.
I was gonna say I'll be real with you.
Michigan always play at 12 noon. If you go watch Michigan game, they always trying to play. If they play in a home game, they playing at 12 noon. You very rarely
Hey, Coach,
see.
but go ahead.
No, I'm listening. Go ahead. Talk to me.
Yeah, no, look, hey, as a person from Chicago, there's always a Big Ten game on at night. And the only reason that it's always a night game is because up here it gets darker the colder it gets.
Correct.
Like the Penn State whiteout game, that is at night. I've seen Illinois and Ohio State play at night for their trophy. We always have night games.
When do we consider the weather in football a factor? If you
I don't consider it a factor.
If you're a dog, if you can play football played in any weather. If you're a dog, a baller, you play in any weather.
And can I be honest with you? But to that point, when it's cold, hold on. But when it's cold, God, let's not get that twisted. When you playing, you ain't like down, said, man, it's 3 degrees. I can't run off this line, bro. You out there. Like you're gonna play. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like anybody ever been in a fight. You ever been in a fight? You don't realize your wounds till the fight is over. You don't realize you done scraped your knee, you done broke your finger till the fight is over. I mean, yes, it's cold at pregame. You're like, man, it's cold. But when it's time to go, it's go time. It's the same thing. To me, the difference is like when we play in the heat down here, heat is draining. You have immense amount of sweat, blah, 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 blah. Cold is cold. I think that's very minor. I think it's a good point, but I think it's a minor point when it comes to I like the Big Ten because King Kyle says, Coach, you wrong. I may be wrong, and I'll take it. Slap myself. Coach, I'm wrong.
No, I think it's a recruiting tool.
My only thing is that, like you got players like you got players like Justin Fields. He even says I hate playing in the cold. You know what I mean? And he plays out there. He played in Chicago. He played at Ohio State, and he even said, "Yo, I hate playing in this shit. I wish they make a dome." So it's it really do make a difference. I've heard Michael Irvin talk about playing in the cold sucks. So I mean, it's just it's when you wake up day in and day out and it's 90 degrees outside, and then you got to go to a place that's 20 degrees. Believe me, bro, it makes a big difference.
I believe you.
But honestly though, that's a recruiting tool though, because if we get back to where we want to be as Miami Hurricanes, where you get drafted is the weather you're gonna deal with. So to be honest with you, when they're recruiting.
But here's my only thing that you got time to adapt. When you get drafted, you're not just staying there for 1 month. You're gonna move, you're gonna live, you're gonna adapt. You know what I mean? But when you're living in Coral Gables, my bro, down in Dade County, it's a big deal, big difference.
I hear you. Listen, I hear y'all.
It don't matter. You gonna play where you gonna play.
Yeah, play that, because guess what? The same way them boys.
It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, the same way them boys used to 25
really
degrees.
So then
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
So my question is, so why don't we do good in cold games though? So why are we so bad in cold weather though? Every game that I see us playing cold weather, we get slapped around. Why is that?
We've been bad in warm weather. Middle Tennessee done put a 45 piece on us.
Not necessarily.
We're a lot worse.
We used to play.
We've been bad in warm weather. We've been bad in rain, cold. It don't matter. We've been bad in every type of weather.
We're a lot worse than
bad during a hurricane too.
Listen,
we played Wisconsin twice. One in cold and one down here in the Orange Bowl, and we got our ass smacked more.
And we played Middle Tennessee at 90-degree weather and got put up a 45 piece on us.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that on a daily, week in and week out basis, going up 2,000 miles north to some little village in Illinois or Ohio to play. I would much rather them stay in the Southeast.
Hey, but those little villages got 100,000 seat stadium, so it really don't matter.
I prefer the Southeastern Conference, and the only reason why is so that we could play Florida every year like we used to. That's a rivalry that should be played every year. But, just to change things around, let's not forget that before Miami joined the ACC, they used to be in the Big East. And they played a lot of teams up in the Northeast, Northeast area. And then when they were independent, they played a lot of Big Ten teams. They played a lot of teams in the Pac-12, or was Pac-10 back then. So they went anywhere. They didn't really care. They just had that mentality. So no matter what the weather is, I think it's more of a team mentality saying, hey, we'll play anywhere. And if you remember in the Jimmy Johnson's day, they were road warriors no matter where they played. They played at Oklahoma. They played at Michigan. They played at Michigan State. They weren't far places. So I don't think weather it has that much of a factor. I think it's more of the player's mentality than anything.
So can I say something, guys? Because can I say something real quick? I looked this up. The average temperature in Pennsylvania in October is 43 degrees. November is 37 degrees. November is the end of the season. The average temperature in Indiana is 42 degrees in October, and in November, 36 degrees. The average temperature in Michigan in October is 44 degrees, and in November, 36 degrees. Yeah, it's whatever. I mean, I get what y'all saying, and I understand it. And again, it's fine. I just feel like it's the same thing if you go up the coast, right? We're in the ACC. Who do we play in the ACC? Boston College? Are they in the ACC?
That's why we
Boston College and Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Boston College, Virginia Tech. Oh, yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Pittsburgh.
When's the last time we beat Boston College and Boston College?
That's just because we've been bad, bro. But Boston College, here it is.
October. The same opponent playing the same weather.
Hey, but Coach, the one thing, like looking at the temperature is cool and all, but that wind chill is the actual issue. Like it could be 45 degrees right now. I'm in Chicago. It was 45 degrees. It was 45 degrees by the lake. You step outside, you have a negative 20 wind chill.
I get it.
So it really don't matter what the temperature say.
I just think
that's what it was in Denver too, Chi-Town. That's what it was in Denver when I was there.
Yeah.
It would say 30 degrees, but then you walk outside and a 40-mile-per-hour wind smacks you. It's like 6 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
you hop on the plane and 95 degrees, you come off it, it's negative 20 wind chill. Yeah, you're going to feel a difference. But I agree with you, Coach. I want to go to the Big Ten, but I'm just saying, like, you can't look at the temperatures and say that's how it actually feels.
No, I get that. I get there's a wind chill. I'm going to tell you a prime example. May. I had an aunt that passed away. They did a memorial in May in Connecticut, right? In May, there was Connecticut. This idiot right here didn't look at the weather. It's May. The only anything I had was the suit I was going to wear to the event. Right? Other than that, was shorts and t-shirts. They actually opened the back of the plane, and that hawk came flying through there. And I was like, God, shiver me timbers. Right?
Right.
I sent my cousin to the mall to buy me a North Face jacket. I didn't even know what it was. They ended up coming back with a North Face jacket. What I'm saying is that's May. I totally get it. It was like down here in May. Bro, I'm talking about it's flip-flops and shorts, bro. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I totally get where you guys are coming from. But I don't think
it's other, but Coach, it is other factors to look at too, like education, the TV network deals, because just like you said, the Big Ten, they give each team $100 million each.
Come on, $100 million.
$100 million each team. That's a lot of money.
That is a lot. Doggone. Dang, that's a lot of money. Real quick before we do that, I want to jump onto this right quick. If you don't mind, I want to give a dono cash. I appreciate you on the cash app right here for the $5. Thank you so much. Lewis Don 357. Appreciate you, Lewis Don, for the $5 on the cash app. He says for Nova Southeastern is 2023 National Championships, Florida, baby. Nova Southeastern are the 2023 National Champions. Thank you for $5. Hey, for another $5, I'll second that. I'm just teasing with you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Lewis. Appreciate that so much. But anyway, no, you're right. I mean, we're talking about money deals. You're also talking about, I had to be honest. Let's call it the elephant in the room is. And I don't want to sound like you ducking competition, but it's almost like when they used to do down here in South Florida. They would put all the best teams in the same district to kill each other off so everybody else can have a chance in the playoff run. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because they do it now.
Right.
You have a 4-team seed, and 50% of the teams are coming out of the SEC. They're coming out of the same division in action. Yeah, but they're coming out of the same division. That doesn't make sense. You have 5 different conferences, and 2 of the national champions are coming out of the Alabama versus Georgia. They both SEC schools. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you think it's going to be like that even with the expanded playoffs, Coach?
Yeah, I still think you're still going to have more SEC representation. I have to be honest.
You don't think
Well, I mean, the NCAA corporation has a whole bunch of SEC graduates on it, so yeah, they're going to put a whole bunch of SEC teams in it.
Yeah, I don't think it should be that way. I've already said this. I've been on record to say this. Smiley, how you doing? New picture. Appreciate the picture. Thank you. And guys, call on in 862-799-9956 if you want to be a part of this conversation. Join on in. Everybody's live. But I've already said the conference championship should be round 1 of the playoffs. That's just how I feel. People don't want to hear that, but that's how I feel. I feel that'll give you 10 of your.
What was that again, Coach? I missed that. What was that?
The conference championship game should be the first round of the 12-team playoff. That'll give you 10 teams right there.
Oh, okay.
And you pick one of a group of 5 as a Cinderella conference. Like, say, for example, the Sun Belt may have the best representation so far over maybe the MAC or over Mountain West or whatever. Let's just say Sun Belt, for example. So you have the Pac-12 is represented, the Big 12, the Big 10, the SEC, and the ACC. That's 10 teams right there. And the last 2 teams will be from one of those top, whoever has the best record comparative in the group of 5. You know what I mean? If you're not going to give them their own championship, then at least let them be represented by a Cinderella team. You understand what I'm saying? In that sense. And then you dwindle it down from there. I think that's only fair. But instead, because here's the problem. You can't have a ranking system and have a divisional system at the same time. They're going to always clash. It's like the NFL. The NFL doesn't rank their team. It's the best of their conference. The ACC, North, South, the ACC, and the NFC. They don't rank them in the NFL.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why they trying to move to 2 mega conferences. That's one of the reasons why. And also tax purposes too. And they trying to eliminate the NCAA so much involvement, stepping in, making all these rules. They really wanted to nullify how the playoff bracket is in college football. So this one of the reasons why. Moving to a different conference, it's going to affect all the sports. So, and the education and a whole lot of other things. So it's a lot of factors moving to that, but it's going to happen. UM going to move out of the ACC. It's
going to happen. Yeah, definitely, man. We got a new person in Studio One Live. Studio, talk to us, baby.
What's up, big boy? What's up, baby? How y'all doing tonight?
I'm good, man. What's your thoughts on this whole topic we've been talking about? What's your thoughts on Canes basketball? What's your thoughts? Whatever.
I think we're gonna get some momentum, definitely. The pressure, maybe not so much the pressure. I think it's gonna give us some momentum. The players gonna be, on campus, basketball, getting the cloud. Football play. Excuse me. football players gonna be like, well, damn, I need some clout. They're gonna motivate them, I think. Should motivate them.
Mm-hmm.
But if we win a natty, the pressure on though. It's gonna be an unreal type of pressure.
Yeah, we win a natty.
You know, it could be an all Florida championship. FAU versus Miami in a natty. Could you imagine that?
Oh wow.
Could be.
I couldn't imagine that. We have to have a Florida party for that.
That media team's gonna lose their mind. Media's gonna lose their mind.
What was his answer when it comes to moving to another conference?
So, Studio, what's your answer to that, Studio?
As far as if we move to another conference, which one should we go to? Geographically, SEC. Academically, Big Ten.
Yes, sir.
So there's a conundrum.
Conundrum. I love it.
There's a conundrum. Now you got to look at, all right, money-wise. Okay, we know the SEC bringing in more money. Big Ten not far behind. But what does the academics bring in? You know what I'm saying? See, we don't know about that. That's a little key, you know. And I used to make this argument a long time with this NCAA before the NIL. I said, if I was a math student, engineer, chemist, I could get as many scholarships as I want. I could go to as many schools as I want. I could transfer here, transfer there, make money for myself, Gatorade, get all kind of enjoy. Listen, you know why the NCAA ain't gonna do nothing about this NIL? Because they still don't have to share a dime. They still don't have to share billions of dollars. They can sit back and watch and say, all right, if these players, if these companies trust these players to get their money to them, more power to them. We ain't got to give a dime. That's why they ain't said nothing. That's why they sat back in the cut at like, they need to just dismantle them, man. I don't want to take it.
Man. I pay
that.
Hey, yo, I'll make more money than TV deal was making more money than the
That boy said I get
so you're making a point that the Big Ten might be the way to go.
Hey, yeah, I'm cool. Like I said, I'm cool with Big Ten.
Guess where my heart want to go at, though?
Talk to me.
They want to go to the Big Ten because Ohio State stole one from
them. That's true, too. We owe them some get back. We owe them some get back, Studio. We owe them some get back, dog.
I would love to go in their division and keep them out of the championship every year like we used to do Florida State. Why I left? No championship for you. Why I left? No championship for you. Why I right? No championship for you. My homeboy hate us, bro, because of that. He an FSU fan. You know he said he would prefer us to get the death penalty. He want us dead. He called us the Duke of the South, man. He hate us because of why I left. Why I left. I want to do Ohio State like that.
Hey, but Studio, would you much rather play Ohio State every year or hand Florida this L that they've been ducking since the beginning of the decade?
Listen, yes. I want to play them every year because check this. I remember Randy Shannon when I first got off his side. You remember we played Ohio State and the media was talking about the players was like, oh, that's 10 years ago. That championship don't matter. Randy like it don't matter. I said, why do we go to the University of Miami? Because we got 5 rings, right? And those players, we should have 6 or 7. Coach Hayes, I talked to you about that last night. The other night we talked. We go to that 7. Those players come to the school because of that. Like, man, they got all these rings. I want a ring, da-da-da. So it matters. They stole that from us. We should have been preaching that to the player. I don't care if you weren't born when that happened. You came to these schools. None of us were born when this happened. These schools are 100+ years old. We come for the tradition, and it don't matter. It do matter. Whenever we play Bama, whenever we play Notre Dame, whenever we play Florida State, whenever we play Ohio State, it matters.
I feel you. Well, listen, I'm about to get up out of here in a minute, but I got a question. My man Shad right here dropped something right here, and I'm trying to find out. Let me see right here. Studio. Shad say, what them locks look like? And I had to say something to you, dog. I know you the soccer god, and I know you be dropping them dimes. I just want to know real quick if you got any information for us tonight. Because if you do, it's still soccer leagues going on out there?
Well, Sunday night is over. And Monday a short wrap, but I got 4 locks for you Tuesday.
All right, well, hold up. I need them locks.
I got them locks.
Beijing Professional, Shandong Tyson, Shanghai Shenhua. They y'all some locks tonight, boy.
Studio One Live, a.k.a. Soccer God.
We got the soccer god live tonight, y'all. He gonna give us some locks. Go bet them. Go see what the deal is. Go make it happen. Talk to us, Studio. What's them locks tonight? Talk to us.
All right. Tuesday. This is Tuesday. Monday is an off day. In the Columbia Premier A-League. You want to go with Boyacá Chico lock. And then over here in the I think that's another Columbia league. Patriota. I'm gonna type them in the chat though. So that's Boyacá Chico, Patriotas, and Herediano. Those are all Columbia. And then in the England National League North, AFC File. Those 4 locks, boy. Real.
All right, real quick, I need them last names before we get out of here. What's the 4 locks? Talk to me.
Boyacá Chico, Patriotas, Herediano, AFC File.
I'm loving it. Hey, if y'all missed it, we are talking to the Soccer God Studio One Live. We're going to hear this intro one more time. Let's go.
I got them locks.
Beijing Professional, Shandong Tyson, Shanghai Shenhua. They y'all some locks tonight, boy.
Studio One Live, a.k.a. Soccer God.
I'm loving it, baby. The Soccer God. Let me tell y'all something. Hey, and my dog be hitting. Y'all don't believe he be hitting? Next time he come on, he going to show you he be hitting, boy. I'm telling you, man. We trying to blow this channel up real quick. Coach Hayes WREs are coming out. We are ranking the players. All right. We got a new ranking system video coming up. I may drop it tonight. I may drop it in the morning. I don't know. But I have an explanation video. It's about 4 minutes long to show you how we do it. You know, Coach don't get into them algorithms. His daddy played. His uncle, sister, cousin, mama, brother played in the NFL, so he get points for that. Heck no. It's about what they do on the gridiron. So Coach starting his own ranking system right here on Coach Hayes Football for entertainment purposes only. But we ain't using those stars. We got something different over here, man. Any last words from any one of the guests on here, man? My man Studio live tonight, boy. Look at that boy.
That came to bite.
It's biting. Blaze is biting, Blaze.
Hey, I hit them tonight for San Diego State money line, Miami money line, 2-team parlay, bro.
Hey, That boy right there, you go while I say put it in the chat, please. Well, here it is. The Boyac Chico, Patriotas, Herediano, and AFC Fidel. He ready. He ready.
Later, Coach, man. That was a pleasure, brother.
I'm gonna post them poll results Wednesday too.
Yo, hey, put them in the chat. Let them know. Put them in the chat of this, and I'll pin it to the top. So when they win, put it in the chat, and I'll pin the wins to the top. So that way people could come back to this video, look at it, and they can see if you hit or not. You know what I'm saying? They can hold you accountable, man. But listen, guys, I know Flo and them boys about to come on. Have a good time. Coach got other things to do.
All right, bro. Y'all have a good one, bro. Love y'all. See y'all again. Final four.
Final four right now. To finish this out, the ladies are not looking. Yeah, the ladies are not looking too good right now. They're in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes left. The score is 40. The score is 40-27 right now. So the score is not looking too great, but that does not mean it's over.
They better win. They got us in trouble.
Yes, 8 minutes left. It's 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter for the ladies, 40-27. But guess what? Hats off to them for what they've done. They got there into it, man. So big shout out to Katie Mayer, excuse me, as the head coach there. And I really appreciate everybody coming by, hanging out, checking it out with us, man. I know we didn't have that many people hanging out with us because there was so much going on, but I get it, man. You can always go check out the Rewatch Squad. Shout out to Wholesome One and everything else. But with all that being said, I'm about to get off of here. Anybody else want to say any last thing? Shot Town, Brother J Blazer, Studio One, before I get up out of here.
No, I'm good, brother. I want some what's your boy name? Groove. I want some Groove though.
Set it up. Hit Groove. Hold up. Hit Groove on Twitter. Hold up. Hit Groove on Twitter because we're gonna do one right after the spring game. So hit Groove on Twitter. So if you want Groove, hit Groove up on Twitter and give them the business and let them know what time it is. WEs are actually starting.
All right, boy. Y'all be easy.
All right, Studio. Groove.
All right. Take it easy, man.
Yeah. Groove. The WRE's Blaze will start coming up this week here. I should put some out. I'm probably going to do just the top 25 just to start it off. You know, of course, Georgia winning the national championship. So I've already done the videos. I just got to finish editing it, which is Ellis Robinson, the fourth. He probably be the first one to come out just because they won a national. I kind of go down there and go through those deals, man, and we'll just chop it up that way. But I'm starting my own ranking system. Blaze.
Okay.
And you're going to check it out, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to call you right after this. I'm going to call you right after this show. Yeah. But other than that, man, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. And we about to get up out of here. So with all that being said, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. The anniversary show is coming up on April 4th. That's in a couple of days, guys. We're going to pop bottles in this thing. The third year. Year 3 already for Coach Hayes in the building. And with all that being said, Coach Hayes will catch you at the 50-yard line. And as always, it's Go Canes. Peace. Y'all go check out Miami Flow. Okay. We'll holler at y'all boys. We out.